Just about ready. Kind of. Sparkles, welcome, welcome. I haven't quite started playing any music yet. Any of the music. So actually that's not true. I listened to 3 tracks so far and kind of like wrote down my thoughts on them as I was listening. I like them. I like them a lot. And I was like, I need to stream this because everyone needs to hear this. I don't know who. I hope you have good speakers handy. Like you're playing through your JBL Bluetooth speakers and not your phone. This shit's gonna go on a journey. I'm actually gonna start it from the top just so that I can have a nice VOD. AirPods? Those will work too. I'm gonna be like writing down thoughts while I'm doing this, so I might pause the music every now and then. I'll try to think out loud kind of sometimes. It's also dark in my room, so I can get max like audio stimulation instead of bright lights all over the place. All right, I'm gonna get started. From the top. Dead Space. Let's hear what the music has to offer. I already wrote down some thoughts on these intro tracks. First 3. I'm trying to ignore the titles of the tracks so I can kind of keep it from like leading me certain places, but it also doesn't help that I know the game. I played the game. I would love to just like hear it from an outside perspective. The opening part of the track kind of reminded me of like a star burning. Like, of course, Dead Space, a ship. Like going out into space, burning down something was burning there. And then this part here. I wrote down that it's like an eerie cellar. Like cold and damp. Just like, yeah, cellar, like, or a basement. Cold, damp basement. I love it. It's got like, it gives me like a lonely vibe. Not lonely, but like, I don't know, alone-ish? Cold, very cold. Or boating. It's interesting knowing like what Dead Space is about and kind of get an idea of like where it's gonna lead you later on already. This part here, it's like you are in space, just like in a ship alone, just drifting away. You're alone on your ship, going further into space, becoming smaller and left alone with your thoughts that are getting louder. That's the vibes I got while listening to this. What I wrote down in my notebook. Yeah, just slipping away into nothingness of space. I like how they put this track before the main title theme track. This violin part I really like. But like you can kind of hear it gets twisted. I love that. Like nice and beautiful. And then like something about it just at the end of like the chord is like kind of the pitch shifts up a little bit and just twists. It's like such a weird, like beautiful and then like creepy. This tuba part, I wrote down that it's like Jaws. Like that bump from Jaws, but like in space, because this flute gives me Star Wars vibes. Now I'm getting Star Wars here. So I wrote down that it's like Jaws, but in Star Wars Jaws mix, which I think is pretty appropriate for a horror game that takes place in space. And we're like back to these highs. I wrote down that they're kind of beautiful. I still think that. And that they're floaty. Feels like you're kind of floating around. Maybe it's like that back violin that's kind of like keeping you up higher. I also wrote down the word ethereal. Something's definitely gonna happen. I see what I wrote down and I know it's coming, but like now I feel like something's coming. Got quieter. There it goes. Something's out there. Dun, 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 dun. Ooh. Stopped. That was tension. Probably tension for the next track. Because now it sounds like we're in danger. There's something there. I'm gonna pause it. I'm trying to think of the word. Um, I wrote down like ghosts. I wrote down ghosts for this part, but like ghosts, zombies, like what's a word for that? Not like mystical. Something like undead magical shit. I wrote down being chased by ghosts. That weird violin thing. That it's like biting nails. It's like making me bite the edge of the pen. Like shaking, trembling. Now we're being chased. We're fighting. We're fighting while running. We're shooting at what's out there while running, like putting the gun behind us. Like shoot and then keep running, keep running. They're closing in. We're still running. They're coming from the front now too. They're everywhere. There's a lot of them. Dude, they got me. These zombies and ghosts, man, they got me. They got us. R.I.P., man. We're dead. Now it's back to just creepy. I wrote down for this. It reminded me of like a Ouija board. That like you're like in that classic horror movie with your friends. It's like a dark, rainy night, quiet, and someone's like, "I have a Ouija board in my attic." And you start like talking to ghosts. That's what the ending of that one felt like. Okay, I have not heard this one, so I'm gonna take notes. This is deep. This is low. Very low. My sub is rumbling hard. Almost like underwater. Rumble. It's like rumbling underwater. I might get a complaint from a neighbor or something. I need to pause it really quick. This bass is very low. It is rumbling my apartment. It is crazy. I feel it. It's like I don't know how it comes through on AirPods or something, but with the sub, like I feel the rumbling going through my body. It's I don't know. The game takes place on a ship. Oh, now the rumbling stopped. Just left with these violins. Do I feel like something's gonna hit me from behind? The rumble is coming back. Okay, hold on. I need to like take a deep breath with this track. Someone's getting to me. I went from like, I feel like I'm gonna get hit from behind to, but like that rumbling that was coming back, it stopped again. And now we're just like back to these violins. Or not violins, what was it? Oh, no, now we got this drum and like this high pitch thing. But the drum, that drum beat isn't quite rumbling as hard. It's not like shaking my apartment. And now I'm kind of getting acclimated. I just like took a deep breath. It's like, okay, now I'm pretty calm again. I'm gonna pause it. What that was right there, because again, I don't know how much you can feel it through the AirPods, but with those vocals, there was just the vocals that like that lady singing. I'll like back it up a bit actually. This part, the vocals, besides that kind of minor violin, is just the rumble of the bass again, of the sub. That was kind of cool. Give me Star Warsy vibes again. It looks like that's the end of that track. Okay. That track was exactly like playing a horror game. Where it's like, in horror movies, why you're locked in and you're just going along for the ride at the pace that it takes you. You're kind of just forced to go through the horror movie. With video games, the reason why I cannot play non-action horror games like Amnesia is that you go at your own pace. So when something's scary, you're just like, nope, I am not playing this game. But like, you just kind of go sit in the corner until you finally toughen up and you're just like, fuck this. And you just like start progressing and then you just get scared and it's like, I'm out. I can't do it. So that track, it had that like rumble of the bass and it was like kind of like weird, not weird, but it's like you're progressing and then things get creepy. Like the rumble cut out, but like there's still that like violin. You take your deep breath. It's like, okay, time to keep going forward. And the rumble came back with like the vocals that time. So it's like the same, like you're shaking, but like the ambiance kind of like changed just a little bit, and then the rumble went back out again. It's like, okay, we got another deep breath. We're kind of like standing around. That was good. And I know that's the music that's playing while you're just kind of like not fighting, while you are just kind of like slowly walking through the hallways with nothing happening. So I think that captures that aspect of a horror game very nicely. Ooh, that's, oh my god. What is happening? That's going left and right. We're like about to fight something again. Something's like... It's like when in a horror game, like all of the... It's like the dead bodies are all just kind of like fusing into like one monstrosity that's like coming to life. And now you got like this weird big like amalgamation of body parts. It went from like that amalgamation of like zombies becoming like one giant monster to like, I don't know what's happening. Kind of like ambiance. Not really getting much from this part anymore. That was a cool sound. This feels just kind of like ambiance music, but like it's not like the last one that had like the rumbles and the dynamic. This is just kind of I don't know. Clock ticking. Like you're just kind of standing around not doing anything. I'm gonna pause it. It's weird how that track started versus how it finished. It's like I was describing the like zombies coming together to form a like a monstrosity, but then it kind of ended with just like ticking clock. I guess that's an interesting thing, an interesting comment. Like the thing is there, and I'm just kind of waiting around for it. It's out there, type deal. Maybe it'll come back later. Same thing here, just kind of like ambiance, cling clangs. Whoa, that hit. That got my attention. It's got me like anticipating something now. Not like the ambiance, because like the drum, the occasional like boom. Something about just that kind of like changed that boom right there. It just like changed things up. Now I'm like wondering like what's gonna happen. Things are like relatively calm. We're gonna get another boom. Pretty calm. Oh, that was a softer boom, but like there was a lead up to it. Definitely in space still. We're still in space. Because again, it has that Star Wars-y vibe. Or I guess I'm gonna pause it. I don't know classical music. Well, I don't want to say I don't know any, but like relatively speaking, that's not a genre I listen to regularly. But I did listen to... Dude, I don't even remember the composer. Holtz. I need to Google this. The Planets. The Planets composition. You can call it a composition. I don't know the terms. Planets. NASA. Hopefully I type in Holtz. Holst. So the planets, I did listen to all, there's 8 or 9 of them. Part of this, it's 7 movement orchestral suite. This is what the Star Wars music is based on. Specifically, like, episode 4 is super based on Mars. The planet from this is just Mars, is the Star Wars stuff. But like I'm also getting a similar vibe. I keep saying this, there's a lot of like Star Warsy sounds here, but really I'm coming back to the planets compositions, which is what Star Wars is based on. So yeah, like I still feel like we're out in space. Got really quiet. There's a boom again. That was interesting. What's happening? What instrument is that? The heck? I'm so confused. Oh, we got more drums now. Go back to the violins. It's like things are relatively calm, but there's just that reminder that it's like you're not safe. Just because things are calm doesn't mean you're safe. Track is much longer than the ones that came before it. This one is 6.5 minutes long. Oh, we're back to like this ticking. Like the end of the last one had this. Tick, 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 tick. Ooh. Ticking is fading away. Ticking is gone. It got really quiet. Oh, that's the end of the track. That ending was cool. The ticking faded away and just got quieter and quieter. Something big's coming. I'm gonna pause it because I saw the name of the track. It's the Leviathan, and I know that the Leviathan is a boss in the game. So it's like, it's almost like by playing the game, I spoiled myself by seeing the name of the track. Because I know exactly, like the mental image for me is already there. It's not left to my imagination. The music isn't building my imagination anymore. So far, this part, we're seeing the beast. I don't feel like we're fighting it yet. We're just kind of like, we know it's there. It's almost like we're looking at it. We know we gotta take it on. So it's like, we know there's a fight coming. Oh, are we about to enter the fight? No. Hold on. That, I don't know what instrument that is, but that like, what? I think that was like the sound it made like when it roared or something. Can't quite remember, but that's like, I swear I remember hearing that sound while fighting it. Or like, that's the sound it made. So like, we're approaching it or something. Oh, here we are. Standing right in front of it. It's talking to us. This is boss fight music. We gotta move fast. These drums. We gotta move fast. It's howling. We gotta keep moving. We gotta do our thing. I actually like how these drums sets the pacing of it. It's a little creepy with those violin things. Oh, what's happening? It's like a break in the fight. It's like something happened and it's like... Okay, I'm gonna pause it. Because I know exactly what is happening. Kind of. I played enough video games and I know this is a video game track. It was very fast paced. Things were happening. We were fighting. It was screeching, yelling, blah, blah, blah. And now the music just kind of cut out. The drums. So it's like we damaged it enough. It's like typical video games. We damaged it enough. And now there's like a slow part in the fight where it's like, you know, it's going to have a phase 2. It's like we just finished phase 1 of the boss fight. This is like between phases where it's like you get a little breathing room. It's about to come back. The fight's not over. You can hear it's not over yet. Oh. Okay, I need to pause it again. The monster was damaged, it was wounded. Phase 2 is coming, and now it's like the monster got its composure back. I'm gonna back it up for like 10 seconds. We're recuperating here. The monster's damaged. It's back. Here. The monster's back. It's talking to us again. It's like, let's go. Round 2. And now the drums kick back in. We gotta hustle again. Oh, it like went double time. Not double time, but like... I need to pause it. Sorry. It's like cutting in and out of the moment of the music. But it's like right now, that little last like 5 seconds was just the drums. It was just a... We're still moving fast, but I think the vibe I got from when the like violins or whatever stopped was like, we need to focus. The drums are still setting the pace, but it's almost like with just the drums, you get into that like intense focus. There's no other instruments distracting you. And with this being the phase 2 of the fight, or the phase 2 of a boss fight, like you probably need that extra focus because it probably got harder. Approaching the end of the fight. Like the grand finale. It feels like it's mad. Oh, this is like a phase 3. Whoa. I don't remember this fight having a phase 3. But like forgetting the Leviathan specifically, this is like... shit's intense. Whoa, what was that? Something just suddenly cut out. Whoa, it ended. It died. It's dying. It's pretty much dead. You wound... Whoa, okay. Forget the Leviathan boss fight for a sec. That was like... Because I'm picturing the monster in my head, but... So I said the imagination is ruined. But that was such a good pacing of a boss fight. Just like... I don't want to call it generic, but that was really good for how a boss fight goes. That was an intense track. The start, you were like getting ready, approaching it. You heard it, that like what I said, like it's talking to you, like it's out there. You're getting ready to go out and fight it. And then the drums pick up. The pacing picks up. Like, it's like, okay, you're there. We got to move fast. We got to deal with this shit fast. And then the drums stopped. You got a moment to breathe. The monster is clearly wounded. The boss is... but it's not over yet. It's going to enter its phase 2. And what do you know? It does. But then it got faster. The violins kicked out for a bit. Like, the pacing is really on now. And then there wasn't a break for the phase 3, but it's like there was a phase 3. Where then the music got really intense. Got really intense. And now we're entering the finale of the boss fight. It's like when you're playing Dark Souls and you're on the final boss, and it's like your palms are sweating and your heart's beating fast because you can see that you're at the end of the boss fight. It has a little bit of health left, but it's so tough. And you don't know how you made it this far. You've been spending the last 3 fucking hours on this boss fight. And like, it has a sliver of health left. You're right there. You're so close. No mistakes. But you're worried that you're gonna make a mistake. And it's just gonna be like another notch in like the I died 50 times to this boss fight. Oh shit. We're almost done. We're almost there. Don't mess up. Don't mess up. Still keep up the pace though. Breathe. Relax. We're almost there. Almost there. We almost got it. Come on. I just need that one last hit. Last hit. It's one hit away from being dead. I got it. I beat the boss. Oh my god. We did it. I can't believe I finally beat the boss. Took me 3 hours. Holy fucking shit, my palms are so sweaty. I love that. That track represented a good boss fight so well. I was into that. I felt like I was fighting the last boss in Dark Souls. Something there. That was intense. I love that track. That might be my favorite track so far here. Oh, this is a good follow-up to a boss fight. It's like, oh shit. Now we're having issues again. This is like immediately like after big battle, it's like we're tired, we're done, I don't know. But it's almost hopeless. Like, we beat that boss fight. We beat the Leviathan. There was. And now it's just like... But there's still, like, no hope. They're getting dark and intense again. Ooh, whoa, something's wrong. It's like... Oh. We got some issues we need to work out here. Ooh, there is an internal struggle with that one. Okay, and the track was called Isaac's Hallucination. Ooh, I felt that. The other ambiance tracks were very external. Somehow, I don't know how to describe it, but it's like the danger was coming from the outside. That one was like, it was calm in the beginning, kind of, but like something was wrong, but it was relatively calm. But it's like you do get that internal turmoil sense from the second half and replaying it. Like your mind and emotions are all over the place. You like don't know what you're feeling. Kind of anxious feeling. That was an interesting one. I wonder if I need to turn my mic down a little bit. 'Cause I'm speaking right into it, kind of loud sometimes. This music is like getting me going. Oh, I need to stop. I need to like close the Spotify thing or like minimize it so I don't see the tracks, track names. Like in a church. Wait. Hold on. Pause. This is another case of like, because I played the game, there is like a church worshiping these like alien things that turn you into zombies. There is a church for them. And the track is called Make Us Whole. Yep. We're like we're in the church of the crazy people that worship these things, these zombie aliens that kill everyone. The track is very well done that it reminded me of that. What's it called in the game? The Church of something. It was like literally called Church of something. Cult, like this is cult. Which I think, did Isaac call them a cult at one point in the game too? Like fucking satanic. Ugh. Oh, that's gross. This is icky. And we're still in church. I like fucking doing like a disgusting ritual. They're like fucking cannibals. Like they're sacrificing. Oh. They're like doing a human sacrifice, fucking like eating it raw and like eating the heart. Ugh. It is nasty. Oh, whoa, holy smokes. That got me. That's like, this is seriously messed up, and we gotta get the fuck out of this church. Because they're about to kill us too, and eat our heart out. The end of the track. I've decided to just not look at the Spotify anymore. I guess we made it out of the church. But like, bro, we're gonna have nightmares after that. Is what the music is like telling me. Like, yeah, we're out of that creepy ass church, but like shit was going down in there and we're gonna have nightmares. This is the clearly, oh, such fond memories violin. Next track, I'm not looking at what it's called. I'm gonna pause it. So that last track was the I already don't remember what it's called, and that's good. But yes, there in the game was a like church worshiping these aliens that turn people into killer zombies. But kind of ignoring that and letting my imagination try to run wild from the track. Maybe my imagination was influenced by the events of the game with the whole church and them. What did they do in the game? They turned the like people into test subjects to like try and play around with like what's it called when you live forever? Not dying. Whatever the word for is like when you don't die is. So they were like a creepy ass cult. Now, they didn't eat anyone's heart. They didn't kill people and like start eating them. And that's my imagination running wild from the track, but immortality, thank you. They were trying to use the like alien zombies to try and gain immortality, or some people were. Yeah, I definitely had influence from the game, but yeah, the whole like human sacrifices, yeah, that lined up. Eating the heart out part, they didn't kill, as far as I know, in the game. So I'm glad that the track kind of like invoked the church and like fucking disgusting ass creepy shit vibes. So we're far away from that church now, where I think we're just back in base. Oh, we're definitely like back alone in space. Alone in quotes. Air quotes. No, like actually alone. Oh, we've got a rumble here. A light rumble. I'm gonna pause it. It's not low enough to be rumbling like the apartment and my body, but it's rumbling my like eardrums. like it's crossing the threshold between being like just a regular old frequency, whereas like it's starting to like vibrate my eardrums slowly, and it's like any lower and it's gonna start like rumbling like the rest. I'll be able to feel it through my whole body. It's here, it's like my eardrums are just rumbling. Like, oh, there's that low rumble again. I need to pause it to kind of collect some thoughts. What is happening? What's happening? It's very high pitched. I'm gonna play it back a little bit. It's super high pitched. Everything, it's just high pitched. It's like with singing. I'm not a good singer, but I know a teeny bit about it. There's chest voice. When people are singing very low, the sound comes from their chest. And then there's the head voice, which is when you're singing high pitch, it's more like coming from your head. When you talk low, you can kind of like feel your chest rumble, versus like when you try to do high pitched sounds, like you can kind of feel it from your head. It makes sense. I'm not a good singer, but like I get it. You know, I've tried singing in the shower. But then like above head voice is your whistle tones, and it's like this is very high pitch. It's like it's in that whistle tone. It's like way like in the top of your head. I'm gonna put it back just a little bit further. So it's like those high tones, they're like way in my head. Up in my head. If I was like singing them, like whistling. And there's that rumble. That's like being paired with these very high pitched sounds. Why so high pitched? I'm gonna pause it in just a little bit. Okay, so when I close my eyes and just kind of like absorb it, like the highness of it it's making me feel like I'm floating, which kind of makes sense. Dead space has those zero gravity levels where you are floating around in the area. But I do feel that way. Like the high notes are like lifting me up when I close my eyes. Like I feel like I'm kind of floating around. But then that rumble, it just occasionally kicks in, which is a really nice contrast. I kind of like it. But and then what was it? It was only like 10 seconds ago. There was like a boom or like something. It just like snapped me back. Like I opened my eyes. That part, that's like I opened my eyes and like I just came back into it. Like emptiness. That Jaws, boom, boom. Jaws is far. The shark is very far, but like, kind of there. He's in the water. Far, but you know he's in the water. Okay, Jaws is gone. Oh, it's like the we're still floating in that room, but it's like, oh, I think this is the first time I'm hearing a piano in this soundtrack. Like we're alone, like fuck, like really alone. Where's that helicopter sound? Descending into madness again. Very quiet. Like the madness is in the back of your mind. Is that it? That was an interesting track. I like that one. Oh, this almost sounds hopeful. Like a sad but hopeful. Not looking at the title of the track. I almost did. That panned from left to right pretty well. I'm still getting like the sad but hopeful vibe from this. Like it's not maddening, it's not like alone, not demented. Oh, that was the end. Okay, what was it? I'm gonna hide the other tracks. I need to know the name of that one. Change my flesh. Oh no, no, wait. Oh, okay, pause, hold on. This next one is Change My Flesh. Dang it. The previous one was Visions of Nicole. Okay, that makes sense. Because Nicole is dead. But the main character thinks she's alive because he keeps hallucinating her throughout the game. So I think that track must have played at a point where it's like he's hallucinating her. Again, he thinks she's alive. And he's trying to meet up with her. But she's like just out of reach every single time you see her. So that makes sense to me why it's like, it's not happy, it's still sad, but there's like some hope because our main character is trying to reach this girl that he loves. He thinks she's still alive. He's trying to go after her. He keeps seeing her. He talks to her a few times. Of course, dead. We know that as the player. Main character doesn't. I'm gonna restart this track. I don't know what to think of this. Okay, I'm gonna pause it. Okay, it's got that like that like lady, it's a quiet vocal. I'm gonna back up the track a little bit. Right there. So it's bringing me back to church, almost. So we're dealing with the crazy fucking grotesque church again. Definitely a creepy church. Is that a heartbeat in the back? An irregular heartbeat? Like... I'm gonna pause it. That was definitely a heartbeat in the background. We're in church. We got a heartbeat. What's happening in church though? The last church song, it's like we were witnessing them doing like a human, in my head. We were witnessing a human sacrifice. They were just like stabbing a body, like they were ripping the heart out, like eating it, like fucking just grotesque. But this time we're in church, but it's not that same vibe. It's a different vibe. I'm gonna back up the track. So what are we doing here this time? Waiting for something? There's this ticking, there's the heartbeat. Okay. Heartbeat cut out. Someone die? Something happening? Something's happening with the drum beat. Oh, something big is happening. Ooh. I need to pause it there. I don't know if the track ended, but I'm pausing it. It's like we had the heartbeat. And it was like a little ticking and like a person died and then kind of got quiet with just the choir going. And then things started to pick up and it got big. It's like we brought back the big monster. Where I talked in the beginning of the soundtrack, something reminded me of like a bunch of bodies coming together to form like a giant monster. This wasn't that, but it's like something similar. I'm gonna back it up a little bit. Like from that dead body arose something like bad. That was cool. That was cool. It took... Oh, I'm going to pause it. It took me like a minute to figure out what was happening in that church, but I think I pretty much got it. And considering I did read the song name earlier, Change My Flesh. Change My fucking flesh. Combining the title of the track plus what I imagined happening of a person dying and then coming back to life as something a little bit more monstrous. Called Change My Flesh. So the person, that not only happened to the person, but they did it willingly. Just combining the title with what I pictured. Zoom. Oh, okay. Got 5 more tracks. 7:06. I gotta be out of here by like 7:30-ish. Be able to finish up. Ooh, one of these tracks is gonna be 8 minutes long. Okay, well, let's just keep going. Let's wrap this up. We're approaching the end of the soundtrack. It's another instance. Oh, I need to restart this one. Oh, that is the start. That piano. And then the piano crashed. I think I would have liked it if they had more piano in the beginning. Oh, there's that piano again. That's a mean chord. Ooh, that knocking, that bad chord. It's like... I'm gonna pause it. We're not being attacked yet, but there is a lot of shit out there. We're in a really bad spot here. We're in a bad spot. This shit's gonna come after us real soon. That's the end of the track. It didn't come after us. That shit was out there, though. Oh, nope. Here it is. It's breaking in. Oh, it's in the room with us. It's right behind us. Oh. Bro, this is bad. We gotta get out of here. This is a lot. Here it is. Here it is. We're running. We're fucking running. You're getting the fuck out of here. There is shit after us. Get the fuck out of here. It's not stopping. This is nerve-wracking. I agree. This is intense. I could start sweating just by listening to this. And, ooh, it's cold. This screech thing. It's like we're not even shooting back. We're not even fighting this. We're running. We're getting the fuck. We're hauling ass away from these monsters. Did we hit a dead end? Oh no. I think we hit a dead end. We're panicking. I feel like I'm panicking because I'm at a dead end and I'm just looking around to escape some way, and it's closing in on me. This time's ticking. Make your escape. What just happened? What's happening? Where's the monster? Oh, we're on the move again. We're on the move again. No, we're not running. We're moving. We're working. We're working fast. We're moving fast. We're doing something quickly. But I don't feel like we're running through a hall anymore. Maybe we are. I think we are moving again. We're on the move again. It's like trying to flank us. I think it's trying to flank us. I still feel like I'm running, but like I've gotten far enough away that I can breathe again. Or like my nerves are a bit more calming. Now I can just kind of focus on running. What's happening? It's like we fell. It's like we were on a bridge and the bridge collapsed, and now we're just in free fall. It's right there. It's just something's distorted. Whoa. What What is that sound? That was like a chainsaw, like, I don't know. Did we get away? Are we hiding? I'm getting the feeling that we're hiding. And it's searching. This monster's searching for us. Like, don't move. Don't move. Don't let it see you. It's coming right at us. It's approaching our hiding spot. Our heart's beating. Is it gonna find us? Is it gonna see us? Bro, just cut the tension already. Come on. Is that the end? Is that the end of the track? Are they gonna leave it like that? Oh my god, I need to pause it. When it's... Oh. Bro, that was a cliffhanger. Did it kill us? What are we gonna imagine happened to us? Bro, that track went hard. Art Sparkles, you are right. That was nerve-wracking. Fuck that track. Every bit of it. That was a whole ass sequence of events. Dude, what did I write down? I didn't write down the last bit. Hey. Falling from the last track where like the shit was around us. Now it was in the room with us. It started chasing us. We're hauling ass. I wrote run in all caps. We're running, running. We hit a dead end. What do? We got to think fast. We're moving fast. We're working to find an escape. We got one. We're running. I wrote down like we're still running, but it's like, okay, we kind of got away. The nerves are calming down a little bit, but we're just running now. It's trying to flank us. It's kind of back. It's like trying to hit us from the sides. Oh, and then I wrote down that we're on a bridge and the bridge broke. We're in fucking free fall. Ooh, and I need to write down what happened at the end there. I think after we like hit the ground, we hid. We started hiding. And it was looking for us. And it was approaching us. It was approaching our hiding spot. It was right there, right on top of us. And then the track ended. I'm going to replay that last part. It's right there. And then no, to me, this is no resolution. To me, this is a cliffhanger. It's like that it was right there on top of our hiding spot, and then the screen just went to black. And it's like, find out next week in the next episode of Dead Space. Did Isaac Clarke get caught or not? That was mean. That was a mean cliffhanger. Let's see what happens next. So I'm going to give me like a few seconds to write down the ending. I need a break. I need like... Oh shoot, I need to change my laundry actually. I'll do that a bit later after this. Catch your breath. We got 3 songs left. They're barely 2 minutes. The next one's only a minute long. Oh, I feel like I need water after that one. We're back in space, floating. Or at least I am. Where this track is pulling me. Oh, but it's kind of like, almost like floating in space, but a little hopeless. Like, futile. All of our attempts at doing whatever it is we're doing, I feel like we're coming to this realization. There's like no hope. We're floating around in space. It's all fucking hopeless. Oh, what's this? No, something's coming. Something worse. What was that? Okay, I'm gonna pause it. That's the end of the track, and I'm gonna pause it. What just happened? I'm gonna replay that ending. Like, we were hopeless. I was hopeless in space, and something hit us. But, like, not a physical thing. Like, something ethereal hit us. Kind of physical. It's kind of physical, but it's like our ship just got blasted with a wave of energy. Of like, I don't know, kind of dark energy. Oh, piano's back. We dead? Did our ship break and we crash landed on the planet? Does this sound a little repetitive? Oh, okay, now it changed up. No, it's... The melody is definitely like... Not on a strict loop, but it's... I need to pause this. It's like the longer that goes on, the longer this track goes on, the more uncomfortable it makes me feel. It's not like a big discomfort, but there's something... It's like on is something off scale from 1 to 10, like 10 being like something is seriously goddamn wrong with this, like please make it stop, to like nah, this is fine. This is like a 2. Like it's not a 1, it's not like fine, but it's a 2. Like, oh, okay, wait, I'm gonna back it up. Now it's like they're trying to make it uncomfortable. It wasn't a doom and gloom piano track. I'm gonna pause it before the last song starts. It wasn't a doom and gloom piano track. I wouldn't say it was happy though. It was like neutral-ish. If like 5, okay, again, a scale from like 1 to 10 or 0 to 10, with like 5 being dead center and approaching 0 is like a really sad track and 10 being a very happy track, that was like a 5.4. Like, it was kind of neutral, kind of hopeful, but something about it, it's like, I don't know, the loop, like the way the notes were kind of replaying was not quite right. And at the end, they had some weird chords in there. Last track. Ooh. This is gonna be another big one. I'm gonna pause it there for just a sec. I'll be right back. I closed the my patio door was open. I wanted to close it because I am playing this through speakers. Loud, and if this track gets loud, it's pretty dark out. It's 7:30 p.m. Not late, but it's like people are home trying to relax. So I'm even gonna restart this. Something's about to happen. No? Yes? No? Okay. Wow, this is like making me uneasy. Oh, Jesus Christ. Something is definitely going down, but it's like outside. Whatever's happening, it is outside. I am inside, but something's happening outside, and I feel a rumble again, literally. Oh, shit. We're on the move again. I think whatever was outside just broke in, or I broke out. What is happening? What just happened? That was weird. That was really weird. I have no thoughts on that. I'm gonna listen to that again. But not from the very beginning, but almost from the beginning. Tick, tick, Where's the boom? The boom's coming. Breathe. There. Okay. I love that. Yeah, it's not even time to talk. It was rumbling. The rumble's gone. Fast paced. Boom. And it stops. Was it all in our head? Spoilers for Dead Space again, because I already know what's happening. I see this. I'm looking at the track, but I don't feel like it's the USG Ishimura that's in trouble. What I'm feeling from knowing the story, it's like Isaac was hallucinating something big, something, I don't know. And he was running. We were running. It was fast paced. Then just boom, it vanished. So it's like the problem wasn't real. It just like poof went away, but it felt real. And now it's back. Oh, shit. We're cutting in and out. It's called Ishimura in trouble, but I really think this is Isaac's mental state. I'm just writing down what I just said. Okay. I almost wish there was like one more track, like credits track, because that last one was really intense. It was intense. Oh, the track before that was Nicole's theme. Maybe I didn't read the title. I was trying to avoid reading it. What did I write down? Our ship broke. We're hopelessly stranded on the planet, and the piano is it's like on the slightly happy side. The notes don't feel like sad, but the way they're repeating is kind of off-putting. The longer I listened to the track, it was like happy but not quite right. Which, since it's called Nicole's theme, makes sense. And then, yeah, the chords at the end were like just chaotic, like a smashing the piano type thing. I am gonna leave it on this track because I don't like that last track. I wish this was the last track on the album. Okay. I like the fade out I did there on the piano because I wanted to fade it out before it gets like. Okay. That was an adventure. That was a goddamn adventure. I'm glad I did it on stream. That I got to kind of talk my thoughts through this and like say what was going through my head as some of the tracks were going. Probably if like someone's trying to listen along. Fart Sparkles was here, kind of listening along. Hopefully my ramblings didn't influence what he was hearing too much. Like the one track, this kind of turn it down a little bit. Oh, which one was it? Hive Mind. Me providing commentary. I'm glad I got the stream going and just like was providing commentary was going through my mind. But if someone was listening along, hopefully my thoughts didn't influence what they were feeling and imagining during this scene. I'm calling it a scene, even though it's a track. But it really, it can get your imagination going. Dun, 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 dun. That one was probably my favorite. Hive Mind was my favorite. I love this whole album. There was only one track. Which one was it? My notes aren't the greatest. Was it Reborn? No, Tram Station. This was the only track that I kind of thought was like, this is the most pure ambiance track in this. Which makes sense when in the game when you're at the tram stations, like nothing's happening. Like there was only one time when I got attacked at a tram station. For the most part, the tram stations are safe in the game. No, there's a couple times I got attacked because enemies can start kind of spawning randomly. There were a few like random spawns that kind of got me, but again, tram stations probably the safest area in the game. Outside of like the very intro area. Like that room. How to describe it. So this one was a little pure ambiance, not quite as interesting as the last tracks. Didn't get my heart racing, didn't have me like thinking that even though I'm safe that there's still something out there. I think Zero Gravity did that for me. Or was it The Dead Survive? There's a lot of tracks that have ambiance, but there's still constant reminders in there that you're in danger. Like there's something out there. But Tram Station didn't have that for me, which I guess is also much needed in this. You don't. I guess it's like a good break from the danger from you can breathe easy on that one, in my opinion. The church one was really cool. I don't make us whole. This one was creepy and grotesque. From this part, you're in church. But oh my god. It's gross. This track is... I'm imagining human sacrifice, which is what the game basically did. And the track captured that perfectly. And then Change My Flesh also. It took me 2 listens to kind of figure out what was going on. But it's like instead of us witnessing the grotesqueness, this was like a different perspective. It's like we're part of the cult and someone like willingly gave up their body and we're just kind of watching him transform. But like we're an insider, not an outsider watching. And then last comment, the Leviathan. This is such a good boss fight music track because like I wrote in my notes, this is the part of the fight where it's like it's out there, we're getting ourselves ready for it. It's like nothing to do with Dead Space specifically, it's just, but I don't want to call it a generic boss fight. Got the prep phase. We're walking out to it. We're fighting it. Fast-paced. It's talking to us. Fast-paced. Very fast-paced. Boom. We damaged it. It's recuperating. We're recuperating. There's gonna be a phase 2. You hear it. It's gonna come back. It's not dead. And here it is. But this time, it's just drums. We're focusing. We're in phase 2 and we're focused. And then this ending part, it's climactic. Now the action's really picked up. I'm not gonna make my not Dead Space, Dark Souls analogy where you're in a 3-hour boss fight and you're about to win and your palms are sweaty, but I am making an analogy. That's what's happening here. You know, it's got a little bit of health left and it's not stopping, but you just need to breathe and relax because you're so close to killing it. And then you win. It's over. It's dead. So I love that track. It's such a good boss music track. It's so good. It reminded me of all the best boss fights I've had, specifically from games like Dark Souls that were intense. Actual Leviathan boss fight I did not like at all. Hot take, maybe. I don't know. I thought the boss fight was not good. I didn't think any of the boss fights in Dead Space were good. But the music reminded me of the great boss fights I've had in gaming that did make my heart race. So that's Dead Space. Fantastic album. It stands alone. It doesn't need the game. It doesn't need the game. It's great. Someone could listen to this. I think it never played the game, but I think they could let their imagination run wild. If you just say, or maybe even don't say, like it accompanies the horror genre. And if someone I think is listening to this, even without playing Dead Space, I think, yeah, their imagination can run wild on some of these. And they could have fun. This was a fun thing to listen to. 1 hour? A little bit more than an hour. Almost 2 hours. God damn. It was a 2-hour listen through. It was fun. Very fun. Very, very fun. I gotta head out though. I gotta run. Masterpiece. I'm thinking of doing these video game soundtrack listen throughs maybe once a week. I was thinking about listening to soundtrack for games that I'm playing this year that came out this year. So new games, just like I played Dead Space, Hi-Fi Rush. I might do that one, maybe. Right now I'm playing The Pathless, which I think came out in 2019 or 2020, but I still want to listen to that. So I might change my idea from doing exclusively this year's games and like picking a soundtrack of the year. It's just like I'm just gonna be listening to video game music, and I don't want to call it a review. I'm gonna give my thoughts, obviously, so in a way it is a review, but like a reaction review. And my thoughts while listening to it. All right, out. Enjoy your nights. Maybe tomorrow.